Drivers ready!
Hey, wait, whoa. What are we racing for anyway?
For fun? Go!
We got another classic video game in store, but before we get to that, we got a special guest joining us for a signature line, and that is YouTuber Black Panther's best friend, Maddie C. Say hello.
Hello!
As far as the classic video game is concerned, it is NASCAR Racing 2003 season.
Mods! Where are the bloody mods?
We'll get into that, as NASCAR Racing 2003 season is a sim racing game developed by Sierra and Papyrus Games. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It was released on February 3rd, 2003 as a PC exclusive. The game first starts off with a menu in which the controls are located. You must choose controls in order to play the game. If not, you can't play it. You can also choose how much graphics, voice text, sound, and other stuff as well if you like to do that. The default driver that you control is Fred Jones, who drives the 86 Papyrus Racing Games Chevrolet. In case you didn't know, he's not a real driver. You can change the default driver in single player and multiplayer as well to whichever one you choose when you select player info. You can also pick whatever name you want, but that's something else. There are also several modes such as testing session, single race, championship, and multiplayer. Multiplayer explains for itself. The testing mode is where you go out on the track by yourself to test how your car handles and how the track handles. Single race is where you do an individual race against a certain amount of opponents. Depending on the track, you can usually go up to 42 opponents. If you win, you can celebrate with a nice burnout. But don't do it too long because you blow it. Championship is where you run a full season in which at the end of the season, a champion will be crowned. You must create a season in order for it to work. This game is considered a classic because of how much modding you can do. It is arguably the greatest NASCAR video game of all time as a result of this.
Really? That's amazing.
You can pretty much mod everything from tracks, cars to tracks, and more. The game originally comes in one series, which is the 2003 Winston Cup Series, and the tracks of that season, but you can get seasons from the series before and after that. You can add other series and groups in addition to the Winston Cup Series, such as the Busch Series, Craftsman Truck Series, CLT mods from that era of the Cup Series, street, cars, and more. That I'm referring to when it was the next one. Tracks can range from newer or older versions of that track, or even fantasy tracks as well, and tracks that no longer exist either. Also, however, with all of those mods, don't delete the original tracks in series, as that's not a good idea.
No! I honestly did not know that!
Each series comes with a different mod, as it would have been nice if you could mix them up and race them against each other. However, that wouldn't physically look good, as they wouldn't be compatible with each other, and something you would have to deal with in that sense.
Well, you just mind your P's and Q's, Buster, and remember who you're dealing with.
With the Winston Cup Series, now known as the Boston Energy Cup Series, you can mod the specific mod from 1996 to 2007 mods. You can add cars to the original 2003 ones as some were absent, or if you want to match the Winston Cup logos in real life, as it was censored in the game because of the cigarette advertisement and same thing with the bud. However, you can get this. However, this mod is so awesome that you can even get the Denso Cup Series as well, which you can get from 2004, 2007, the years of the mods. 2004 mod, you must get each one individually, which can be a lot of work, but it's still fun to use regardless of that. The 2005 to 2007 mods you can get as a pack, but some cars and pace keys may be missing from those seasons, and you have to add them manually, such as if you want a different kind of paint schemes. At least getting it as a pack makes things easier. The 2005 mod has arguably the most mods out of any season, paint schemes, that is, by Teams BR, which has the 2003 to 2007 car mods, as there's a ton of paint schemes in that year, which is incredible. It shows like how much work these guys have done for that. The 1996 to 2000 mods you can get from noiseracing.com. As for the Busch Series, now known as the Xfinity Series, you must get the mod for this one from the Bullring Motorsports website, as it has a GNS mod, which you download, and the 2003 Busch cars automatically come in the pack. 2006 to 2007 mods you can get in the pack from Teams VR as well. With the 2004 mod, you must get that from another website, as that's not completely available from Teams VR. Mods date from 1997 to 2010, and earlier than that as well. The 2005 Horse mods you must get individually, which could take a while to do, but it is worth it and can be fun to use as well. The 2008 to 2010 mods are in one pack when they were known as the Nationwide series. That pack has the most paint schemes in the series. You have to get those from the Sim Racing Design site. And the Craftsman Truck series, now known as the Camping World Truck series, you can get the CTS mod from the Bullring Motorsports website as well, and the mod includes the 2003 truck set by default. Mods range from 1995 to 2003 and 2007 to 2009. 2009 season was the first season that broke into the Camping World Truck series. That mod was the last one since CTS mod. 2008 was the last one known as the Craftsman Truck series as well. The mods are available on various websites. It's also neat that they have non-racing car mods, such as the Street Meet Car Set. It has 90 brands including Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ford, Nissan, Chevrolet, Bugatti, Lotus, BMW, and more. They are also available from SRD and are based off of the street legal versions of those cars. It's nice that with the NASCAR Racing 2003 that you don't have to only race NASCAR or track specific vehicles. The tracks are awesome, but unfortunately some don't work unless you add stuff in the folder or don't work at all. Some are blurry, which are annoying, and are glitchy as well. Choose each track wisely and check to see if they work properly before doing a race. Some tracks also getting used to being on as well. If it's not what you want, you'll be like this.
I'm at the wrong track.
Or get made fun for it and other reasons.
I'm at the wrong track. I didn't know I was that good looking.
And I'm not splitting the money with you.
A suggestion is also don't get tracks before the 1980s, as they may not be completely accurate with their real life counterparts, but later on get more accurate. But choose what you want. It is nice seeing tracks with logos rather than the ones from the game, as you can get the Nextel and Sprint Cup logos on the track, and they look pretty good. It's also cool to mix and match the eras of the series on tracks from the past and present, which you can make it sort of your dream look of what it would have been like back then, if they would have raced then. All information about the game's mod can be found at http nr2k.weebly.com/mods.html. NASCAR Racing 2003 season is also great because it has a lot you can do.
It really does.
You can play it for fun and have a good time with yourself or your friends, or use it to master a track that you're racing on. That was the case with NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin, as he played this game, which helped him sweep the 2 races at Pocono Raceway in 2006 as a rookie. Here is Hamlin explaining that.
Lots been made about, practicing on this game. It's a simulator. It's not your Nintendo. It's not PlayStation. I raced on it probably for a good solid week leading up to Pocono. Never been there before, and didn't realize how much I should be really taking in. How much should I be just, letting go in through one eye, out the other. But when I went to the racetrack for the first time and ran my first couple laps, I realized this is exactly like the game. I think that's the biggest tool that helped me with last year was my learning curve. Going to these racetracks for the first time, sure, I may not be able to use everything, but there's a lot of things I could use. Any driver feels comfortable when he's been around the place many times. When you travel down the backstretch and you see the same billboards, the same trees, the fence is the same, all that, you feel more comfortable, and obviously when you do that, you're going to run faster. So I think that's what really helped me with my learning curve the most, is having this game and recognizing the racetrack before I even got on it.
This game is really awesome. I highly recommend it if you haven't played it. It's also really addicting, so if you keep playing it, you're not going to stop. I'm telling you this because that's gone with me too. I can't stop playing it, as once you start playing it, it's hard to stop. That's the case for me. And it's also, the mods are really addicting as well, because you want to be able to test out the mods on the track, or try different track mods or different series just to see what they look like. And it's really fun to do, especially doing that, because it's so addicting and it takes a lot to do but it's worth it because it's a great game, and there's a reason why they're still modding games. They're still modding the series now, especially with the game coming out in 2003. They already got mods ready for the upcoming season, as this is because the new NASCAR season just arrives pretty much here. And it's pretty incredible that they're able to have mods continuing, especially years after the game's already been out. This game is no longer available in stores if you're going to get it, so you should probably get it online, which shouldn't be too hard for a game like this that was made on PC, but I highly recommend it because you're going to have a lot of fun with it, and the mods are really addicting because it's going to take a lot of mods to be able to get what you want, but it's worth it. And the more mods you do, the more you want to keep going, and just to experiment and see what kind of tracks you like what, be able to see drive on different tracks that you never thought could be possible, real world tracks, all the kinds of tracks in the world. And the mods, there's just a lot of fun. That's the best part of this game. What would have been nice if they had a proper soundtrack, but this game wasn't meant to be arcadey. It's meant to be like for real race car drivers, and there's no music involved, which would have been nice, but this game wasn't meant for that. This game is a sim game, not an arcade game, which is why it has the feel of actual driving on the track. That's why there's no music involved. It's just regular racing, because when you do racing, when you're racing on the track, you're not getting music when you're driving. You can't do that. You have to be able to concentrate and focus on the other opponents while you're racing. So this makes a lot of sense that it doesn't have it. It would have been nice if it did, because it is a video game, right? But it is a sim game more targeted towards racing, but professionally, and more how they put on the real track, all the different types of setups and tunes. You can do that's exactly how they do it for racing, which is why this game is also great at that. It's very authentic, and it inspired guys like Hamlet to become a race car driver and actually win based on playing that game. As this game with a wheel really helps as well. It really simulates what it's like on the track. It is a simulator, but still, it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it, and you're gonna enjoy it because why not? Why not play this? What do you got to lose? Do as much modding as you want. That's the best part of the game. Everything like that. It's just a lot of fun, and enjoy. And this is great, and you're gonna really have a lot of fun. Anyways, as this video is, hope you guys enjoyed. As this video is running on E.
Well, maybe E means extra fuel.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Yeah, I agree with that. It makes no sense what he said there. But yeah, this is a lot of fun, and hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to smash that like. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're brand new, subscribe as well, and we'll see you guys in the next video.